What is up, Bills Mafia? What is up, BWO world? How you guys doing? I'm your host tonight, Corey. I have both of my co-hosts with me, Patrick and Spartan. Um, we're coming off another hot Bills win. This one we didn't actually have to sit on the edge of our seats at the very end or freak out really too much about. I think from start to finish, it was pretty cut and clear what was happening. And then we're going to get into that. And then we have another game tomorrow night that, knock on wood, pretty much should be the same, if not a little bit better in our favor. I mean, like you said, it's one game at a time. You never know. Something could happen. We could lose 50-0 tomorrow. You never know. But the way the cookie's been going and crumbling, we own the Dolphins. So fuck them. But no, welcome to the show, guys. Go ahead and send in your comments. Tell us what you think about the game last week, and then when we get into next week, or I mean, when we get into tomorrow. So Spartan, you got anything, man?
Nothing on. I mean, last week the only thing that was a draw for concern was when Allen took himself out the game and no one knew what it was. I remember we were all sitting around at the shack going, "Dude, what the hell just happened?"
Oh my dude! So we were all fucking. It was one of those things like it took a second. So I mean, like I think you'd already turned around and we were all like, yeah. And then all of a sudden I looked and I was like, oh no. And we were all like, what? I'm like, no, Tom. Oh fuck. And it was like we were all saying the same thing, and I'm sure Pat agrees. Like, I was like, dude does not come out like that and rip his helmet off for nothing. And like the way he at first was like, I was like, oh man, his neck, his head, like it's not even a concussion or he'd have been out. Like, oh God, what happened? And dude, that was one of the scariest moments as a Bills fan in a while. What do you think, Pat?
I thought at first it was like, and again, I didn't think anything was majorly wrong to what the extent of it ended up being, because he got up and ran off the field. If Josh was legitimately hurt, he wouldn't have been running off the field. I thought maybe there was an equipment issue, maybe a shoe broke or something on his helmet broke that he needed to get off the field to get fixed. And then you started seeing them put the cotton swabs and everything in his nose. I'm like, all right, so he probably broke his nose, but he'll be okay, because I'm like, nah, he'll get the bleeding stopped and he'll go back in. But it was fine. Mitch Trubisky went in; he handled it just fine.
Right. What did they reset his nose?
Yeah, right on the sidelines. Yep. No, I mean, at first glance, I honestly thought he got a stinger, and that's why he was coming off. Because if you look, the first angle that they showed, I think it was O'Cyrus Torrence that he like kind of his head went into like his thigh.
Yeah.
And the way his head twisted, I thought like he got a stinger or something out of it. And then when you saw the other angles, when you saw the hand go into the mask.
Yeah, but those guys normally run off the field when they get a stinger. So I was thinking.
I didn't know if it went down his arm. You know what I mean? Like, anything could have happened. And I was just like, oh, man. And then when you saw the other angle, that's when, we were all like, oh, it's his nose. And then, I made the joke that he called up to his wife because now, now she's got some fresh pads that he could shove up there. He was like, babe, I need a favor.
But I'll say it really quick and simple. But last year at the start of the Cardinals game, Josh didn't quite look like Josh. Then he breaks his hand and comes out and has an MVP season. In this past game, obviously James Cook was doing what he did. Josh didn't look really great in the beginning. Breaks his nose, come back, and he comes back looking like Josh Allen. So maybe Josh Allen has to have a broken bone in order to win the league MVP.
I was going to say, what is this? The third year in a row he's had an injury or a broken bone, pretty much. Now it'll be the rest of the year that'll affect him. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to affect him enough that he can't play or nothing, but I'm not sure how long it'll be before like a broken nose doesn't really affect you anymore. You don't feel it that much anymore. But like you said, he's already putting up MVP numbers, him and Lamar both. So we got the race going on again. But so let's start. Speaking of Josh Allen, let's start with the offense on this one. I think, again, I mean, with Josh Allen throwing around the ball like he does and spreading it around, I mean, you could potentially see more numbers from guys. But I think Coleman and them did decent, did their jobs. But I think the cookie this week goes to James Cook, man. He showed up and showed out. And I mean, even when I don't know if that was the game plan before Allen's nose got busted up, was to run it like that or not. But I'm sure that definitely had some, because what do you have, 21, 22 touches or something like that? So I'm sure that definitely played a part in it.
21 touchdowns, 135 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Right. What do you think, Spartan? What do you think about James Cook's performance or anybody on the offense? What'd you like about it?
I mean, James Cook stood out this game by far. I mean, he had that big bust. I was at 44 yards.
Right.
For the tutty. Hit a couple other, significant runs, nothing like big chunk change, but you got like a couple 8, 10-yard gains. They just eat up the clock, that's what I like from, probably 2-3 years ago to how we're playing this year, with spreading that ball around. We're not having, somebody wanting the ball all the time. We can make the play where the play is being given to us at. So we're controlling the clock a lot better than we have in previous years, which we showed last week. I mean, geez, minus that big run that kind of, made that drive a very short drive. Most of our drives were pretty lengthy. It took us a little bit to get down the field. Nothing like, that had me worried that it was taking us forever to get down. We were just like, meticulously picking away some yards, getting, 4 or 5 yards, a play or whatever, getting down and getting where we needed to be. So last week, like, I wasn't concerned about anything really, minus, like I said, when Josh got out, because it seemed like we knew what we were doing last week. Right. We knew the game plan, and we stuck by that game plan that we wanted to go and get in. So I like to see that.
What do you got, Pat?
Well, I think last week was more of like, and I think we're going to see a lot more of this throughout the year. I don't think the game plan was for Cook to end up being having the bulk of the carries, but when the running game's working, I think that's one of the things that Joe Brady and McDermott have learned over the last 2 years is if something's working, keep doing it. And that's exactly what they did against the Jets. James Cook was running through them and running very efficiently. So, like, I'm sure Josh had opportunities to be the superstar player that we have, but we didn't need it because, again, one phase of the offense was working really well. So I think they all agreed. Josh, we'll throw out when you need to, but right now, James in this running game is working, so let's keep doing this. And again, that's something that has to come into play when you play some of the good teams, like when you play the Ravens or you play the Chiefs or the Eagles, is the best way to beat their offense is to keep their offense off the field. Solid running game is going to do that. So the only thing that and again, it's still only it was still only week 2. I'm not hitting the panic button or anything, but the one guy that's kind of off to a slow start that's a little bit concerning to me is Ray Davis. Ray Davis did not have this slow of a start last year. He came out of the gate firing, but maybe there's something going on. Maybe he's working through a nagging injury that we just don't know of, but he's not come out looking like Ray Davis. Now, again, still only week 2. We're going into week 3. I'm not ready to hit the panic button yet, but the nice thing is we still have Ty Johnson who's right there behind him. So,
right. Yeah, he had a couple. I think the one run he had that we all mentioned it the other day at Spartans. If he would have planted, like, he broke away, and if he would have been able to plant that 1 foot, man, he was gone. But other than that, I mean, he had a couple decent ones this week. But I agree, man. Ray Davis has been kind of quiet this year.
Mhm.
Like you said, you don't know if there's a nagging injury, what's going on. If he just can't get it going yet, can't get right. But like you said, James Cook, 21 carries, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. And it's great to see that even with our second running back, Ty Johnson is still there. So we still have the 3-back set plus Allen. And with Allen being hurt, kind of like he was, like we said, it wasn't enough to really affect him too bad. It's Josh Allen, knock on wood. But that we have the run game and the ability to score on offense and continue to do that, which we haven't before. Like I said, again, it's only one game. So we'll see if it continues. But I'm really excited about where this team is going so far. The defense stepped up. The younger guys were making plays. So, I mean, like I said, it was one game, and we'll see if they can keep it up. But
Well, the
Coleman, I think, looks like – oh, go ahead, Pat.
truth is, as of right now, I mean, I hate to say it, but it looks like we got the tough pain game out of the way week 1.
Right.
So,
like we said, knock on wood, then we got Miami, the Saints, the Patriots, and then the Falcons before the bye. And I mean, any given Sunday, but those 4 teams aren't really like, oh man,
Patriots are the one team in that mix that
right.
that game could go either way because we're not sure what we're expecting with them yet.
Right. The crazy thing is, after the bye week with Carolina and then even Kansas City, who's tripping on Kansas City right now? I mean, again, it's only week 2. Knock on wood, they'll get their shit together. We all know it's Kansas City. I hope they don't. That would be amazing. But
I think it'd be amazing if we went into that game. Now, again, I know it's unrealistic, but what if we run defeated and KC still hasn't had a win yet?
I'm telling you, man, it's only week 2, so we can't get optimistic. But we're 2-0. The Ravens are 1-1, and Kansas City is 0-2. Who would have thought it would have been like that? I mean, besides the Ravens or the Bills, obviously being 1-1 because we played week 1. But
all right, so real quick, not Bills related, but out of all the teams that are on the list, and I think we've all seen the list of the undefeated teams, what team on that list is the most surprising? To me, it's the Arizona Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
That, and then also that comeback win the other day by the Bengals. I thought for sure they were going to lose, and then they hit that comeback. So now this week, I'm like optimistic. I'm like, are they going to be the first team to lose the 2-0, or are they going to keep it? But the Falcons, though.
I think the Bengals are going to lose it because remember they're now out. Joe Burrow's out for 3 months.
Right.
I kind of agree with Lou on that one. The Colts are kind of surprising too. Who'd have thought Daniel Jones would be playing as well as he is? I heard a stat on the way home from work today. The Colts so far are the only team in the regular season to not punt the ball.
Oh shit!
That's insane.
Oh shit! Good thing you don't have punters in fantasy.
Right, but
I mean,
would you have thought if I told you there was a team in the National Football League right now that has not punted in 2 weeks? There's no way anybody's telling me it's the Colts.
Right. That's like telling me Derrick Henry's only getting 2 points in fantasy football, right, Spartan?
Yeah.
I had to think.
I was telling Pat before you hopped on. There's probably half. I mean, I don't know how many people play fantasy and how many teams each person has, but there's probably like 8 million teams out there in fantasy, in the fantasy world, that are thinking the exact same reason. Like,
I'm saying,
in a million years, why would you sit Derrick Henry against the Browns? I mean, yes, I know he struggled against the Browns, but still, you didn't think that he was going to get 2.2 in ESPN fantasy. Like, are you serious?
Even the people that play fantasy and don't know football played Henry. Would never have guessed that.
I saw that he was at like 2.2, and I'm like, did he get injured and I just don't know it yet? Like,
right.
Where's this Derrick Henry's injured report?
I was waiting. I'm like, at halftime he'll blow up, and I was like, he didn't. Oh no, he's not.
Dude,
oh, it's the fourth quarter.
I look at my phone. I look at Corey, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell's going on. He's like, dude, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I was like, as much as I talk shit, I was like, I can't even talk shit on that, man. Like, I was like, I knew that whoever scored, I figured it was gonna come down to, I mean, which it did, but not necessarily the way I thought, was who was scoring more, Allen or Henry. Like that was our ace piece that we each had. Like he's putting up 40, he's putting up 40. Like that's not unnecessarily to think about.
And Lamar like didn't blow up, so I'm like, remember we were like, well, who the hell is scoring? Because you had, I think, Flowers, nobody. Right?
Yeah, I'm like, I got Flowers, so who the fuck is doing it?
You know who's scoring for the Ravens? DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, he got 2.
Old man Hopkins still has it, man.
Yeah,
I know. What do you think about since before we go back to the Bills real quick? What do you think about as well? I mean, I guess it does tie in with who we're playing next week real quick. All right, hold on. I'll wait. We'll get. Well, we're playing them. We're playing them. Well, not next week. We play them tomorrow. So I'll wait. We'll go back to let's finish out with the defense real quick on the last.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Now before you forget.
No, I won't forget at all.
I already know what he's going to say, so I know he's not forgetting.
Yeah. These nuts in your motherfucking mouth. No.
Delta Mike Foxtrot November, Delta.
I can't believe he said that shit to Paulette, dude. That shit had me dying, bro.
She had no idea.
That shit was funny. For those of you that me and Paulette went to Spartans for the game this week. It was amazing time. If you ever get the chance or the invite, definitely take him up on it. Yeah, unless you're Patrick, because we get our ass beat and then he leaves and then we come back.
Yeah. Corey, what'd you finish? Second place in your category? Or first? You finished first, right?
First.
First in your category. I finished first in mine. So
I got it hanging right there.
Yeah, there you go. He got first in what was it? Traditional for your chicken wing dip?
So, yeah. I think that's what
I got hottest with flavor with my hot pepper dip. That Corey calls almost illegal.
That shit was good though. It's because you forget afterwards once your mouth cools down, and then you want more, and then you're like, oh shit.
It takes a minute. You taste it, punches you in the back of the throat, and then it eases its way up to your tongue, and you're like, God damn, that's hot.
Yeah, but it's good. The flavor is good though, so it's not like one of those things that's just like hot the whole thing.
I had a guy at work try it, and he said, dude, you should sell this. And I'm like, dude, that's too much work.
Yeah, it was one of the funnest game experiences I've had besides being at a game, man.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, like I said, y'all are welcome. Pat just has to leave at like halftime so that way we can come back.
The defense this week, man. What do you guys think about the defense? I mean, I'll let you guys go first. What do you think, Pat?
I mean, look, I'm going to change, I'm going to use the line, but I'm going to change it from the movie Billy Madison. Remember when the guy came in, he's like, man, I'm glad I called that guy. Well, you know what? When it comes to Joey Bosa, I am glad we signed that guy.
Yeah.
And I laugh because, I think we've all said it at one point too, but we all made fun of it and said, it's great, but can he stay healthy? He's kind of an old man. Sure as hell doesn't look like an old man out there. He looks like he's firing on all cylinders, and I'll be honest with you, I've watched many games with him. It looks like he's having the most fun out of his entire NFL career right now than he ever has. Mm-hmm. But to me, just like when Josh Allen is out there smiling and having fun in the game, I think a smiling, having fun Joe Bosa, that's scary if he's going against you.
100%.
I definitely agree with that. The way that he knocked that ball out was like he just came around the hammer swing, perfect, boop, right out. And then Epinesa, I believe, was the one that picked it up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think, Spartan, about the defense last showing against the Jets?
Same thing, man. Dude, Bosa, dude. We knew we were going to use them. We didn't know how we were going to utilize them. If he was going to be like a, sporadic player that we were going to use him sporadically based off his injuries, or if we were going to use them solely on like third down situations. I will say that we're utilizing more than I thought we would have, based off of his injuries, his age. We don't want to have another Von Miller situation. But I will tell you this: he is playing lights out ball right now. Now you can't take away, what Rousseau's doing on the other end, because he's taking up another body over there as well, sometimes too, which is, allowing Bosa to get in on these. The only thing, again, and we called it during the game, Corey, is there were a couple bad angles, that he got beat on the outside on, and as someone who's played the game, containment of the edges is what that defensive end is supposed to do. And, there were just a couple where I think he was a little too aggressive in trying to just get to the quarterback instead of containing the edge. But overall, I like the play, but if I have to be that guy that picks out a couple plays, because that's what you do, that's how you get better, is you find the few minute details that you can work on. That would be the, one of the things I'd say that, he needs to kind of just, not be as aggressive all the time. Like sometimes you got to know your role on a play. And if it's contain that outside so that way they don't get around you, then that's what you do. But like I said, if I had to pick one or two small things, it's that. Other than that, our defense played extremely well. I like to play, cornerback play was, I won't say it was lights out, but it wasn't terrible. Like,
I'll say Trey White's name was called a few times.
Yeah. We weren't getting like beat deep. Like there was like nothing that had me concerned with our defense as I was concerned with when we were playing the Ravens. We got beat on a couple on the Ravens that I was like, man, how? This one, I didn't have that. I didn't have that feeling. Like you said, when you were talking about, the game before we started talking about the game, like there was no high or low except for when Allen came out and no one knew what was going on at first. Other than that, it was like coast. I was like, all right, dude, my blood pressure's good. I don't have to take another blood pressure pill, so I don't have a heart attack during this game. Like,
right.
It felt like a controlled game. Like we knew what we were doing and we controlled that game. And, if we can play every game like that, it'd be great. I know it doesn't always happen, but, as a person of high blood pressure, I hope we do, because I don't want to have a heart attack while watching my team. I am older.
Can't guarantee that.
I know. I am reaching the age of possible heart attacks, so I'm sure my wife, who hates football, would not want to rush me to the hospital because of football. Spartan would be.
I said, man, remember, you gotta leave me your Bills collection.
I gotta go write a new living will.
Dude, they even called on the defense. They even called Cole Bishop's name a couple times.
Yeah.
Man, he was in on some, like you said, all over the ball. I thought we played shit hot. Even like you said, the one questionable time in the game when Allen came out, Mitchie Biscuits hits a dart. What was it, like 1 for 1 for 30-something yards?
I think Mitch Trubisky hit a couple of them, to be honest with
right.
you.
I was like, oh, they're just gonna hand it off and whatever. We'll figure out what's going on. And I was like, oh, he got the first down, and holy shit, dude!
I gotta give we, as much as we talked in the preseason about our backup quarterback situation. If Mitch Trubisky could come in short notice like that and do that every single time he has to come in, I'm fine with Mitch Trubisky being the second string.
I know. I was like, where did this guy come from? Like, that's college, Mitchie.
Give Josh Allen Mitch's jersey because Josh got blood on his, and they're just like, yeah, Mitch needs some stats. Josh, go help him out.
Did anyone? How much? I kept making the joke at Spartans because Allen's jersey had the blood on it. I was like, watch, that thing's gonna get auctioned for $500,000 tomorrow, man.
Oh, easy.
Dude, did you see? And I think I brought it up, Corey, when we were talking here. It seemed like everybody had blood on their jersey.
I know. I couldn't tell if it was like the color from like the asphalt or like if it was. It looked like everybody had red all over.
Everybody had red, like dots, almost like Alan went up and was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Right. I'm like, I know it's not like that serious of a game where we're like out there getting it, man. Like, holy cow.
Oh, I mean, it was a Sunday, so instead of the blood of Christ, it's the blood of Josh.
Yeah, the
right.
blood of Josh.
So watch that as
a
shirt.
I know, right? What was that one Lou had last week? He is risen or something like that.
He has risen.
I don't know. Just to get off topic, just for a second here, though, I still agree. I think the next Eli winning lockdown T-shirt should be the picture of Eli with him just saying, "Damn it, Spartan!"
God damn it, Spartan!
Oh, that was funny, dude.
That would be great.
So the game tomorrow night. Before we get into the game, so if it happens like it should, again, knock on wood, like we say, every game is a game. You never know. Teams that are 0-10,000 can all of a sudden beat teams that are 1,000-0. If it goes the way it should, the Bills smack the Dolphins. They're 0-3. This is what I was going to talk about earlier. So just so you know, I didn't forget, Pat. Does Mike McDaniel fly home with the Dolphins after that game? Does he have a job after that game?
Oh, hold on. That's two different questions, sir.
Yeah, right.
I think he flies back with them.
Yeah.
Maybe with the luggage.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
I feel like he flies with the luggage now, anyways, because they don't let him smoke crack in the cockpit, like in the actual part of the airplane.
I'll be honest with you. The only way I would see, like, I'm not saying it won't happen, but unless this ends up like the Ravens game where it's competitive, it comes down to the end like that. I do think he probably is on his seat is definitely getting warmer, and probably to the point where I don't think he's sitting in it anymore. The problem is you have to look at it, and before they make that decision, me as a Bills fan, I don't want to see him get fired. I want him to stay because he's doing a fantastic job as far as I'm concerned.
I love his interviews, honestly.
So, but I think you also have to look at who's on that coaching staff that could go in and be the interim right now. And I'm not sure there's really anybody that's going to make a difference at this point. And if that's the case, I think the Dolphins, unfortunately, just have to suck it up and ride this out for the year.
Right. I wonder if that's why some of his responses and stuff are the way that they are, because he knows that it's pretty much, unless they dropped him and signed a whole new coach or something like that, there's not really a lot they could do.
I mean, the only thing I could see them doing, it would almost have to be like what Indy did a couple years ago, where they fired Frank Wright and they called up Jeff Saturday, who has no coaching experience whatsoever, and said, "You know what, interim coach, let's give it a shot. What could it hurt?"
Right.
Because, like, again, maybe there's somebody on that staff that I'm just not thinking of, but I don't particularly think that there's anybody on that staff that really should be given a chance at the head coaching job right now, because there isn't one aspect of that ball team that's playing well enough to say, let's move this guy up. I know they're going to have to if that happens, but I just think the safer bet for the Dolphins at this point might be to just ride it out. You know, he's done at the end of the year.
I honestly think they're already making phone calls. They're seeing what's available. I mean, if after
Deion Sanders, baby.
Yeah. I mean, if after week 1 your players are having a players only meeting, that should be a cause of concern for you as an owner. Like, your team has no faith in your coaching staff whatsoever. They are trying to sort this out by themselves. And to have the press conferences that he has, where he's like, to win a game, you got to win the game.
Right.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Like, how are you going to do that? Like that he can't answer the simplest questions.
I just think he's
like
just out
said,
saying things just because I think at the end of the day he knows it's coming. It's not a matter at this point. It's not a matter of if, it's when.
Right. Like they said in the interview today, Tyreek Hill has not had a pass over 30 yards in the last this year and from last year even. Like it was like 11 or 8 games or 10 games or something like, huh? And the guy even called it out. He said the speed is there. He was like, your cuts and routes are there. So what is not there? And Tyreek just kept laughing, like, man, you really trying to start something? And he wouldn't say that it was right.
I can tell you. So if you watch the Tua post game, so I don't care who you are. If you're the captain of an NFL football team, the quarterback of an NFL football team, you are the captain. You take responsibility for that loss. That is your job. And he was blaming everybody but himself. He's like, the receiver's got to like run the route. Like, I mean, if it's supposed to be there, they got to be looking and tracking the ball. And like, dude, just say it. You suck that game. Okay. Take it with a grain of salt and go to the next week. Like, I'm sorry. You are the captain. You are the leader in that locker room. Be a leader. Hold yourself accountable. But he was like deflecting in every way. Like, Tua's hot fucking garbage. I don't care what anybody says. You can clip that, send that to TikTok. I don't care. Tua is a hot bag of ass. Okay? Send that to Tyler. All right.
Whoa, a hot bag of ass. What are we talking about now? Spartan timeout, boy.
I'm telling you, Tua is, I mean, in his interview, how are you going to say that you don't have the arm strength? You don't have the fucking running skills. You have half of what Josh Allen has. You have no faith in yourself, bro. You need to be in the CFL or some shit, the XFL. USFL, whatever the hell they got going. Go back and play fucking Tyro football. I don't care. All right. But you don't need to be in the NFL if you have no faith in your skill set.
Because you're letting your locker room to hear that.
Yeah, you're letting your locker room hear that you don't believe in yourself. So why should they believe in you?
Right.
Like, that's not what a leader does.
I'll be honest. I don't know if it's so much that he doesn't believe in himself, and it's just because we've seen this with a quarterback in the Bills history. I think he's afraid to get hit again and hit his head.
Right. And as much as he says he isn't, you have to be.
Go back to the last 2 games with the Patriots, and then, of course, the week before the Colts. When they're getting close to him, he's panicking more than normal. And I think he's afraid to get that next concussion, which, look, he's had some bad ones. And again, we saw this with Trent Edwards. The minute Trent Edwards got that concussion against the Cardinals, that guy was afraid to get hit again.
Yep.
So I think that's playing into this, which ultimately means you're done as a starting NFL quarterback. If you're too afraid to get hit, you're done.
And so I got a hot take question.
Yeah.
So how fast do we see the MILF Hunter in the game on tomorrow?
I said it yesterday on the K-Gun. I think the bold prediction that I put on there is I think Zach Wilson is in either to start the second half or he's in there somewhat through the second quarter. Look, you said it before. Mike McDaniels might be coaching for his job. You benching Tua for Zach Wilson might have to do it to see what he can do, and if he can come play and do well with the team. Mike McDaniels, with the loss, you might have bought yourself another week.
Yep. And I agree with that 100%. What do you have to lose at this point? Start him, and then that even sets a fire under Tua's ass like, oh, shit. You're not the guy.
You're fired at the end of the game anyways. What the hell do you got to lose?
Right. And who knows? He could be in sooner if Tua doesn't get hurt. Something like, man, it's not, and I'm not trying to sound cocky. I am just not worried about anything with that team tomorrow because they are a hot bag of ass right now, like Spartan said. They are just fucking trash. All over. Defense, offense, everything.
certain aspect. I agreed with Ryan Thomas yesterday when he mentioned HN. HN's a good running back. He's not Derek.
Right.
HN can come back and surprise people. And let's be honest, if somehow Tua and Tyreek Hill can get on the same page, that is a lethal combination.
Right. You got Jalen Waddle, who's usually good. Like you said, HN.
That's good.
17 son is quarterback. Dude, between Tyreek Hill and Nick Cannon, dude. Holy cow.
Stephon Diggs is going to be dad.
Yeah, shout out to Steph Diggs and fucking Cardi B. I didn't know two men could have a baby. Dude, I'm sorry, man. Even with the makeup, she's ugly, but when she takes that makeup off, I'm not trying to hate. But
it'll be funny. David will already come up being able to read.
Cardi Diggs. All right, so what are you guys looking for tomorrow? Besides, like I said, I mean, knock on wood, anything could happen, but besides an ass whooping, what are you looking for tomorrow out of the offense? What do you think we should see?
Same as what we just saw against the Jets. Look, if one aspect of the game, whether it's the passing game or the running game, is working, keep at it. Don't stop. Don't try to get cute. Don't try to change it up. And then defensively, send the house. Make Tua see ghosts.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a mix of some new plays in there. Lou said it in the chat earlier as it was going. Trying out some different plays that we wouldn't normally run to see if they work against a shitty ass team. I mean,
right.
This is the team where we can kind of throw the kitchen sink at and just see what sticks. Just, throw some wet noodles out, see what sticks to the wall.
Right.
Get Ray Davis in there, have him run, some more that, see if we can get him on the path that he was on last year. Spread that ball around, throw it to people we normally don't, Jackson Haas, let's get him more involved, run a couple double tights. Yeah. Elijah Moore. Let's run a couple double tights.
Hey, Moore had a tutty. He had a couple big games.
He was the one that I was like, dude, why's he got blood all over his jersey?
Right. I'm like, yeah, that was him and Allen, right?
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? But I just want to see them spread the ball around. I want to see what we can do with the ball to control the tempo. And just control that clock on offense.
Yep.
Right.
On defense, let's just send the goddamn, house. Like, Pat
right.
said, send the house and, send
I think
Groot
this is the game that we can
attack mode.
I think this is the game that we can let Ray Davis figure, like, if it wasn't an injury or whatever it was, figure himself out. Like, let him run most of the time and try to figure out whatever, like you said, if it's just he hasn't figured out his step yet, or if it was an injury that he was getting over, whatever. Just
you're only saying that because you're playing me in fantasy and I got James Cook going against you.
Nah, what are you talking about, bro?
I want to see Keon Coleman with like 4 TDs.
Right, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Josh Allen run a couple in, get down to the goal line and just take it in.
Losing in fantasy if it means the Bills win and a bunch of our players that I don't have on my team go off. I mean, I'm never going to be mad at that, but
I mean, Pat brought it up, so I guess I had to say it then. I mean, if I beat Spartan last week and then I beat Pat this week, then I'm like BWO king around this bitch. I mean,
no.
Well, I don't know, man. I won this week with like 100 points, and fucking Pat put up like 280 goddamn points.
180.
I thought I had it when I had like 158.
I didn't have a running back.
Points.
Lou, nobody cares that I'm 0-2 in our other league. I still won the championship last year. There's still a clown next to my name.
3 of us are in that league there, Lou. Nobody cares.
It's a league I run, man. I actually won it last year, but so they all
see,
like to talk shit.
you're not allowed to win because then it's just going to look like collusion.
Was he on Epstein Island, Lou?
Yeah.
Off the island.
I think honestly, Coleman's gonna have 2 touchdowns tomorrow. I know I said it week 1, but I think Coleman, he has been on. And like I said, that's part of the thing I meant earlier with Josh Allen spreading the ball around. Coleman could have more numbers. I mean, he has been playing. He's a commiss. It's a collusion, bro. You can see if I change anything in our dude. Look, time out real quick. Let's address these fucking crybabies over here, son.
Crybabies.
If not you guys, Lou and the worst part is they don't even mean it. They're just fucking busting balls because they know it'll get me going. They're like, oh no, you're shady, man. You're shady. Like the one dude, he's like, oh, how do I get pick 8? How do I get pick 8 or whatever? I'm like, dude, you see it's randomized, man. I'm sitting here at like pick 4. And because I had pick 1 last year, and I don't even fucking like pick 1. So then this year, the one that was bitching, oh, I got this pick, dude. He's in first place. He's 2-0. So I'm like, dude, him and Lou both are like first and second place, and I'm in last. So I was like, fuck off. And then they're like, oh, well, I was like, this is where my comeback starts. And they're like, oh, well, if you come back, that means you're changing scores and blah. I'm like, dude, anything you change, it pops up and shows you guys. No, you can hide that. I'm like, man, you guys are fucking.
Man, we're gonna stop calling you Woodchuck and call you Slim Shady.
Oh, fuck you, son. No, man, I think Coleman should have a big game. Like you said, give Ray Davis a chance to try to find his step a little bit. I mean, even Ty Johnson's he's had some good plays and stuff. Let him and Ray Davis kind of be the one, go through the first period, and then once we get up, like you said, knock on wood. Who knows?
What is this, hockey? Are we playing hockey now? First period.
My bad. My brain.
Are we in high school? Did you go to roll call this morning?
Look at these motherfuckers right here. I can't host off a limb, but all right, Corey, go ahead and do. Fuck y'all, man. You hear how stuffy my nose is? But no, after the first quarter, like I said, knock out. It will get up like we do, and then just not that I don't want them all to play, but like I said, let the guys that needed the work or need to like show out a little bit more. The Cole Bishops on defense, like we said, Ray Davis on offense. Give them a chance to go out there and try to do a little bit. I mean, hell, even if you throw Mitch Trubisky out there, he was looking good. Let Allen rest his face a little bit. I mean, like we saw, he said he's going to wear the visor most likely this week. So not that that'll be a big deal, but I don't know. I'm not this, like I said, it's not trying to sound cocky, but we're not worried about this game. I mean, even though it's a division game in there. Right, even though it's a divisional game.
The backfield. There's 3 backs, rotate them every down.
Yep. It's a divisional game. It's a rivalry game. But I don't see them being an issue at all. Like I said, if one game this year was a 50-0 game, I could see it being this one. Even though they're fighting for their life as a coach and as a team right now.
I mean, I know it would be great to see some of these other guys get in there and, but just like with the Jets, man, if you got a guy that's just absolutely balling, keep going.
Right. That's why I try to get some of these receivers that have been quieter this year so far, let them get going a little bit.
We saw it against the Ravens. The play that they did, it was almost like 49ers with Deebo Samuel. They did it with Elijah Moore, where he came from the back, grabbed the ball like the running back, and took off. I think we need to see more of that because he did fantastic with that. And I think it caught the Ravens off guard. And again, it's just proof of what he's capable of. And he's a guy that I think we need to see. No pun intended. We need to see more because let's call it what it is. I don't think we've even scratched the surface of what he's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Even Palmer's showing out a little bit. We've seen him a few times.
I'm thinking so obviously they've already seen that sweep. We'll call it, whatever that was, that sweep that they ran. If they did that like a play action, Pretend like you're going to hand it off to him and then drop back and throw it.
Have you seen
it to the same guy?
Have you seen the videos?
Let's see what's out there.
If you go on YouTube and look, I wish I had one to upload right now. If you see the ones where they're messing around at practice, Coleman has a fucking cannon, dude. Like that.
Oh, where he threw the ball?
Yeah, man.
Ooh,
I'm like, we could.
boy.
I don't know. I mean, maybe we have some stuff drawn up like that for the second half of the season that we're not doing yet and stuff. But I'm like,
playoffs.
Right. You see, we have so many players on this team. And like I said, it's not, you don't want to get into that where, you're having guys like, that can kick field goals that are running backs and guys that can throw that are wide receiver. You don't want to get into a circus of it and let them. But we have never really been one of those trick play teams. Like, I really wouldn't mind, having a couple of those plays out there. Right. I wouldn't mind running a few of those, Like I said,
what was that one where didn't Diggs throw a touchdown that one time? A couple of years, like obviously it was a couple of years ago. That was when Diggs was here, but I think Diggs threw a touchdown.
Think of it this way: the Eagles came up with a play that they keep using all the time. It's called the tush push.
Mm-hmm.
So why can't obviously, I think collectively between Josh Allen, Joe Brady, and McDermott, I definitely think they should come up with some sort of play that even if you see it more than once, who cares? If we come up with this play that works great and it keeps beating everybody, keep doing it.
Dawkins has 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, well, that's the difference. That's the difference between the tush push and some other plays. The tush push is damn near unstoppable.
Right.
You're gonna have these trick plays or whatever that you're gonna run. Eventually, somebody's going to figure it out. The tush push you can't stop. You just have force on force, and somebody's going to win. It's usually the offensive guy because he's running behind somebody and he could jump over them.
Eventually, someone's going to. And again, I can't say eventually because let's be honest. Regardless of how it went, the Chiefs stopped the Bills from doing it several times in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and part of that,
like Lou says, Lou said it. Put his comment up there. Offensive line on Eagles moving before the snap. Look at the replays. We all saw it if you watched any of the replays, of the previous week's game. It happened.
I agree.
And that's where they're doing what we're not, and they're getting away with it.
I'll bring it up. I don't know if Corey was planning on it or not, but I think we do have to address an elephant in the room that's there. Now, Matt Prater has been doing a fantastic job for the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm about to buy his jersey.
Well, we got this week and next week, and then Tyler Bass is supposedly he's eligible to come off IR.
Leave him there.
I agree, but I also don't like some people are saying he's gonna get released and everything. I can't see the Bills releasing Tyler Bass for a 41-year-old kicker. I'm sorry.
No, man. Go ahead and put Tyler Bass on the practice squad. Let his leg heal up. It's not that I don't want him back. It's not that.
Well, I'll be honest.
Injury he has could be
that's going to be
the ending.
I would just end the season now for him and be like, listen, almost like what the Vikings did with J.J. McCarthy last year, where they're like, listen, dude, we know you probably could come back, but we want you back 100%.
Right.
So
throw him on the practice squad and let Prater keep doing his thing till he fucks up, till he gets, till his leg gives out, whatever. I mean, same thing, knock on wood. Hopefully it doesn't. He keeps going strong, and let him heal. That way he's 150% until he feels he can kick without any of pain or anything. That way we're not, hey, man, hurry up and come back. No, man, take your time. This guy's holding it down. Go ahead. And it's not that we don't want you back. It's not that he's still a young kicker. I mean, unless his leg doesn't heal good and he feels he can't kick, like they said, it could be that career-ending type thing. Just take your time, man.
Well, that's why I agree. I think it's one of those ones where you might just want to shut him down for the year and then try this again with him next year. But again, I get it. Prater is looking fantastic, and especially for a guy that pretty much got there 3 days before the Ravens game and looked outstanding. But it's just, and I'm not saying it won't happen, but it's really difficult for me to picture the Bills releasing a 20-some-year-old kicker to keep the 41-year-old guy.
Right.
I mean, I get it. Kickers don't have a longer lifespan than most players because they're not usually involved in tackling and all that other stuff. But, I mean, there's a reason why Matt Prater was a free agent going into the season. So his age is definitely going to be a factor going forward. But I agree. You know, you got to shut Bass down unless you're seeing something in him the last couple of weeks in rehab that says, hey, this guy's on track to come back. Great.
Because we have I just looked. We have Bass signed through 2027.
Yeah.
So we just put him on the IR, let him rest up.
Yep.
Go with Prater this season. Let him heal because obviously it started preseason.
Yep.
Right. This issue, and then it's back. So you know what? Let's rest him. I think it was it a discussion I had with you, Corey, where if this ends up getting worse, it could be like career ending.
Yeah.
The style injury that he has.
Yeah, if he tries to come back too soon from it or whatever, and then
just let him rest.
Up, yeah, you're done.
Let him rest. I mean, we know we got him through 2027. So
I think they said the only reason he has a chance to come back is because he's so young.
So I mean, if he rests up and then comes back after at 100%,
right?
We have a kicker currently who, you know, God forbid he does great, you know, the rest of this year as he's been doing for us so far. But I think that we just need to rest him and let him heal up, get 100%, and let's try and run this back next year with him. You know, I mean, he'll still be part of the team. He'll just be on IR all season.
Right.
Well, yeah,
and that way he can get better.
The problem is if he's at the point where he's on his second contract. So if you threw him on the practice squad, there is the risk that somebody picks him up off the practice
squad.
You
put him on IR.
Right.
You put him on IR, they can't get him.
Now, the other thing is, so not to jump too far ahead, but you know what's exciting about when we do play the Patriots in 2 weeks? There is somebody else that could potentially be back for the start.
Max Harrison.
Yeah.
Do we bring him back though, or do we give it the 2 games and the bye week?
If he's, I'll put it this way: if he's ready to go by then I would say bring him up.
Right. Integrate him in a little bit and see what he does.
I would say probably the game against the Patriots. Do what the Packers did with Micah Parsons. You're on a snap count. You're only going to go in there for a couple snaps. We'll see how he is. And then the next week we'll give you more. And then after that, we'll see where you're at. And we'll up it as we go. This way, by the time the bye week is done, he's now got whatever rust is off. He's back in game shape. So he's ready to go. I don't want to do that coming out of the bye with him.
No, that makes sense. You know, play like I was doing this, you know, let's just give him a little bit, you know, you don't want to push him back in, possibly re-injure or re-aggravate that injury. So have him come in for, you know, spot plays here and there, just limited play time and just see what he's got.
That's the reason I think they ultimately agreed to put him on IR to start the season for the 4 weeks, because I think there were talks that he was possibly might have been able to go week 1, be ready for the start of the season, but I think they were playing caution and say, you know what, let's just rest it for a couple more weeks. We may not need you for the first couple of weeks of the season, but we need you long term. So let's just be ready for the start of the season. But I think they were playing. I hear an echo. It's their spark.
I had an alert on my phone.
It fucked me up. I was like, my phone's not even on the volume. I was like, oh, all right, I get it.
No, I hit an alert on my phone.
But
so on
I think it was one of those things where they decided to, you know, let it rest, let it make sure it's ready to go, and let him go. Because
you
know, young kid, and again, like I said, we could have used him for the Ravens game, but not at the risk of ruining him for the whole season.
Right. So for those that watch the 24/7, they do a thing kind of like we're about to do. They do a score prediction with an X factor. But here on BWO, since we're wrestling, we call it a knockout player. I just made that up on the spot. I just came up with that. No. So
it's the RKO.
Right.
The
what do you
RKO
guys?
out of nowhere player.
Who is your right? There you go. Who is your? What's your score prediction? And who is your knockout defensive player and out of nowhere player?
All right. Well, if we're gonna do this, I want to set a ground rule for the RKO player. I almost feel like it has to be something that could possibly happen, but it has to be like a really bold prediction. Like probably not, but it'd be awesome if it did.
Like Josh Allen runs one for 100. Like a rookie does something. Someone that doesn't normally play does something. Yeah. You know what? Oh, hold on. You know what? Let me take one first one time. My score prediction is going to be 48-10 Buffalo. My knockout player, the one that I think is going to have a game, I think will be Coleman. It's going to be, like I said, the week one. It's going to be 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then my out of nowhere, the RKO player is going to be Cole Bishop with an interception. Not a pick. I want to say pick 6, but I'm just going to give him an interception.
Okay. You want to go start, or you want me to go?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, my score prediction is going to stay the same as I did in the SpaghettiO video. It's going to be 40-10. This is the week that we started the Power AOs last year, so why not? The X Factor or RKO or bold prediction. I think Elijah Moore has 2 touchdowns. And I think the other part that I want to say for the defense, I like where you're going with the interception, but I don't think it's Cole Bishop. I think Trey White's first game back in Buffalo, he gets a pick.
Ooh. I could see his being a pick 6.
And Trey White celebrating the end zone. I'm back, bitches.
Yeah. I like that. Lou said RKO as McDaniels gets carted off the field after Tyreek knocks him out. I can see that too.
Before Spartan gives his, I almost feel like, the wrestling part of this has to fit. Sean McDermott was a wrestler in high school, so I could see him RKOing McDaniels, be like, get off my field.
You've been quiet with a weird grin, Spartan. What you got, man?
So I'm going to say we're going to throw our first 50 burger up.
There you go. That's what I was going to, and then I got scared and said 48. I was like,
54-13.
Oh, shit.
Is where I'm going. I ain't going power those on this score. However, I think that breakout's going to be the power of the O's. Number 0, Coleman. Yeah. 2 TDs. Okay, I've said it like 2 weeks in a row. I want to see my boy get 2 tutties.
I know, right? Man.
RKO out of nowhere. Bosa with a 98-yard strip sack for a tutty.
That is going to be out of nowhere. That's strip sack.
Strip sack.
You imagine? Bro?
He's going to get the fumble, run that motherfucker 98 yards for a tutty.
Oh, dude, remember what was his name back in the day? Remember Sam Adams, big, like 400-pound ass dude, got a fumble or interception or something and took off running for like 75 yards, dude. Yeah, he collapsed in the end zone like,
All right, Corey. I'll play Rattle the Corey. Who did he pick off in that game?
Was it Tom Brady?
It was.
I was gonna say I could have swore.
So Oh, I just want to bring up proof is in the pudding, Lou. So you need to post it on the BWO page. He says he's going to do his first Power of the O's tomorrow. Hey, I've heard a lot of people say they were going to do it, and never ended up doing it. So
I bet you won't jump through a table while you do it, pussy.
Hey, it took me showing up to the Rager to get Ryan Thomas to do it. However, I'm just going to throw it out there. That's the one that probably got the Bills to beat the Ravens. So
he only licked it. I don't even think a meatball was out of it.
I mean, the rest of us got a shower.
I ate my whole can and like 3/4 of Corey's can.
He did more than
it out on y'all because y'all kept making me laugh.
He did more than Swank. If you watch Swanks, and I called him out on the side, like I messaged him personally. If you watch his first video, he was like, "Yeah, man, and I was like, dude, I've done like 4 of these by now, man. Those things are congealed in that fucking candy. They did not just slide right out like that.
Dude,
I was like,
took me like 20 minutes to eat 2 cans.
I was like, dude, you had no sauce on your face. You talked instantly. I was like, you didn't even fucking take a bite. He was like, fuckers. I was like, here
you go. You were talking about Eli doing a shirt, right? That says, "God damn it, Spartan." It needs to have SpaghettiOs all over him from where I spit them out.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude. That would be fun. Oh, man.
Y'all had me dying back there because y'all kept making. Is Spartan still eating them damn things?
Dude, I just started laughing.
I couldn't hold it in, man. I kept choking because y'all were making me laugh.
Damn it, Spartan.
Oh, one of the most memorable moments from the Rangers.
Man, that was so cool.
Well, we might see Eli the nod of our unofficial 4th member. So,
yeah,
right.
Well, he spent the whole day with us. I mean, I honestly, so it was a 24/7 Rager,
right?
But I think most of us were on.
Swank took advantage of us. Hey man, fuck it. After 5 years, they were probably like, hell yeah, we don't have to sit back there all day.
We want to hang with our people,
right? Well, boys, it's 9:02. So, you guys got any last thoughts, Pat?
Yeah, squish the fish. I think James Cook is going to be cooking up some fish. So there'll be a nice smell coming here in Florida when the fish are cooked.
Are you going? Are you going out? Oh no, it's in Buffalo this week. Well, are you going out to the bar with that Bill's Backers bar?
Oh, because it's
other bar.
Not this week, because I usually don't go down there when it's during the primetime night games, because that's just when, no DUI. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bad things happen.
Well, plus I also got to work the next day after, so.
He said
I'll be outside.
Yo, Lou said Cardi B serving up fish fries. Oh man, you got any last thoughts, Spartan? I can't even get into that, dude. That's gross.
So I'm gonna start a new movement. So in the 90s, all through the 2000s, it was squish the fish. You know what I'm saying now?
Fuck the
fins.
Fuck the
fins.
I like it, dude.
New hashtag. Fuck the fins. Okay. BWO coming from you from Buffalo Spartan live. Fuck the fins, okay? Make that shit go global, all right? Hashtag it, spread it out. Fuck the fins. Fuck McDaniels. Fuck Tua Fish and his goddamn sandwiches, all right? Concuss his ass. I don't care. No, I don't want to see him concussed. I don't, all right? He's fucking still human. I just want to see us beat the fucking fins.
Right. Want to see him eat fucking dirt, man.
Yeah. Like, I want to see him not hurt. I just want to see him not be able to finish the game.
Kind of like the Jets quarterback the other day, man. This is like, holy fuck, dude. Every time he gets up, god damn, this sucks.
Yeah.
That's what
I don't want to see Tua again.
No.
Right.
I don't want to see gang Tua. All right. Blood, Crip, whatever he is. I don't want to see him.
Look, I want to see our guys. I want to see our guys get to him, but I don't want to, man, I don't know if any of us can see another concussion like that he's been getting.
Dude. Be some DeMar Hamlin stuff. They'd be pulling out the ambulance this time.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I do want to see him off the field because they're putting in the MILF hunter.
Right.
Well, if Zach Wilson goes in, it may not matter.
Yep. So fuck the Fins.
Well, all right, boys. Go Bills. Fuck the Fins.
Yeah. Go Bills.
Mafia.